I'm going to go with a relatively wild card option, and I'm going to say Hannah Holmes.
Yeah.
Hannah Holmes not even on this board.
Not even on the board. Total wild card.
Wow, Jack. How did she?
I didn't know that she was going until Nicole messaged me yesterday, and I just didn't send you a new graphic. But
that's fine. Tell the audience what they need to know about Hannah Holmes. Let's educate the audience.
Hannah Holmes. She ran for an NAI school in college. Her main event was the marathon, and then after college, she dabbled in a little bit of more like lifting, CrossFit, functional fitness type of exercising, and some competitions as well before getting into obstacle racing. And she's mainly competed locally, which is why many people have not heard of her. So she's competed at the Colorado Springs race a couple years. She has done a lot of local races that some gyms here. Let's see, she's about like 5 feet tall, super strong, and this is going to be her first U.S. National Series race. The Dream Team.
Well, there you go.
Hey, when did the Dream Team not back it up last year? So
no, I'm saying if she
picks
them. Her website, hannahholmes528.wixsite.com/Hannah-Holmes. Maybe you can work on that with that. Nicole, tell her to get a better website. She says she made 12 podiums, second at Spartan Colorado Springs 2021, and first at OCR World Championships 2021 relay. Who was she on the relay team with?
She was on the relay with Chris Ruglowski and Rose Wetzel.
Oh, well, look, Chris and Rose like her. Yeah.
And Hannah was in like the top 10. Her shoe fell off during maybe the 3K. Yeah. She had she was what, Nicole?
She was in 5th place, and then her shoe came undone in the mud, and I don't remember if she actually went back for it or tried to continue without a shoe, but it was pretty detrimental to her race.
Yeah. And Matt, I didn't write the article this year on names to watch, but Hannah Holmes would have been on the short list for sure. So I support Nicole's pick.
I mean, listen, I don't doubt Nicole. Nicole doesn't I know you do your research. If you brought your legal pad with you just to do this show, I'm sure I may change my pick based on that. I may not, but I know that you find the good ones.
Yep. Yeah. All right.
Well, who you got, Jack?
I'm doing Alex Walker. I was considering Hannah once you mentioned her, but the field, you still have kind of those proven commodities at this point, and Alex Walker doesn't finish out of the top 5 basically ever. She's gonna get 5th or better.
Well,
I'm picking
Jack and I have not shared notes.
Nope.
And I kind of feel like the rest of the top 5, we might have the same picks, Jack. That
I
happens
don't know.
sometimes.
Here's the top 5 right now. That's
okay.
That's what we've got. So.
All right. Can I move on to number 4?
Of course.
Speaking of doesn't miss the top 5, even when we've counted her out a few times, you know where I'm going with this, Jack?
I'm going to guess the girl that you didn't, or the woman you didn't scroll down to.
That is correct. Rose Wetzel, number 4.
Yep.
Include Rose. Many have counted you out, including myself. She's not even listening to this. Whenever I ask her, hey, did you hear this? You see this? She's like, Matt, I can't. I just got to focus on me.
She tunes it out.
Yep. So if anybody tells Rose, Matt believes in you still, because he's doubted you before. Rose Wetzel, number 4.
All right, Nicole.
I agree. I have Rose as 4 as well.
Dang. I also do. That's 3 for 3.
Do you want to say, since you probably do pay more attention, are you watching splits or Strava or training or anything about her specifically, or are we just going on our gut instinct of Rose showing up and giving it 120%?
Yeah, she's fit right now.
I know she's been training hard in Mexico. Yeah, I think her training's going well, and she's very excited for this race in particular.
Yeah, she posted that she did a workout that was 3 hard, 2 easy, and her hard was in the high 5s for her mile pace. And she did 8 rounds of that. I don't think too many women in this field are able to hold a pace like that. So if she doesn't struggle on the obstacles, I think, she could even move. She could even be 3rd.
I didn't even realize how fast this course was. But I'm still like, I now realize my picks are still on point. Like I was thinking it was going to be a little bit more, whatever. But I went Ariel in third.
Third place. All right.
Hello.
Nicole.
Hello.
Wow. Now, what's your reason for Ariel?
Because she's not as fast as Emma or Lindsay, but faster than Rose and Alex.
And you just wanted the Canadian sweep, so you ended up choosing her.
I mean, I'd like to see some Americans show up, but
how awesome would that be if the first year that Canada is included in the national series, it would be a triple Canada.
It's very possible, and we lost Rose. I mean, we lost. She's there. She comes.
Maybe.
Mudrun Miracle. Do you always have your name as that, or just on this show?
I just put it for this show.
Do you put your real name for other Zooms?
Wait, am I in yet?
Yeah, you're back on.
It Zooms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, is there a bigger delay
for third?
I don't know. I think every time you rotate your phone, it resets, and that's the issue. But yeah.
Okay. I don't know. This sucks.
Maybe some of the ORM budget can go
third?
towards a stabilizer.
I'm gonna send you a thing to like prop your phone up. I'm gonna send you a thing. Write a thing now. Send Nicole thing in my notes. Who do you have, Nicole?
So in third place, I have Ida.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
This is where Matt does the. Oh crap! I forgot she was there. Even though.
God damn it! I did forget she was there.
Yeah.
Damn it! All right, my picks may change. I'm gonna stick with what I wrote today. They may change. Forgot Ida was going.
Yeah. Well, she's 3 for 3 on the year. Double podium in Jacksonville. She won Savage Race. Came off 7th place at Abu Dhabi. One of the greatest of all time on the women's side. I mean, she's running well. I don't know how you can not put her on the podium.
So is that who you put?
Of course. Yeah, because I'm smart like Nicole.
I think she had 2-minute leads in both of the Jacksonville races. Is that about right?
Yeah. Minute and a half, 2 minute. Yeah, something. Yep. But regardless, she has confidence.
In one other race,
now.
she missed her spear as well.
Yeah. Yep. And she was a couple minutes ahead of Chris.
So what did you guys pick for third?
Savage. I'm doing Ida also. Matt did Ariel.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yep. Matt, second place. Who are you going with?
Well, I mean, I don't think my second and first place changes. I think, if anything, I may swap Ida for Ariel. Although, I think Ida could finish as high as second, but I don't see her finishing higher than Lindsay, who I have winning, which I think we all do, maybe. So I have Emma in second.
All right, Emma second place.
Emma Cook Clark.
Nicole, are you going to switch it up? Because I think you are.
Am I gonna switch it up? Yeah, I'm gonna put Lindsay in second, and I'm gonna put Emma obviously in first. My reasoning is that I think that they're both. Okay, first of all, these are completely guesses, and they're supposed to be kind of like.
Yeah.
Not that. I mean, I try to give good information, but one, I'm like walking on like, gentle
Sunshine.
ground here, because there's like, these are my competitors, these are my athletes, like this is not necessarily how I like, but I'm also trying to give viewers like good information too. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so, and we realized that. I think the first couple times we had you on, you didn't even pick women. We just had you pick men. So I'm listen. I'm fine with it. This is to educate, inform, people that like this stuff really like this stuff, love talking about the sport, love talking about the pros, like to see how they do against their friends, love to chat up the Discord, love to hate on Jack, like all these things, right? So
Yeah.
although Jack
I'm
and
just
I,
saying take everything with a grain of salt, right?
right, exactly.
Like,
Jack
so
and I
yeah,
may
I
be
think what? So Emma and Lindsay have both been training mostly on skis, whether, uphill or cross country. And so I think we're going to see an interesting race in which
she froze
Frozen.
again. Do you have Wi-Fi in
you
your
guys
house?
are
Where are
frozen.
you? You're frozen. We were
Yeah,
not
you're
frozen.
I'm a house.
We talked about you. Chris Rogloski?
Mendoza.
That time I was joking.
No.
The first time she said it, I didn't know who she
but a
meant.
Chris with a
Right.
Yeah. Okay,
No, I knew she meant Chris. But the first time you said it, I was like, I didn't know who you were talking about. It took me a moment.
Yeah.
Because I talked to Chris Rogloski. We see her all the time racing. Anyway, Jack, who do you have second and first?
All right.
We
I'm
just have to
going
go ahead
Emma
and mention
second.
both.
Emma second, Lindsay to win. The reason being, if truly this is her last series race, focusing solely on OCR, she is not gonna not win. Like there's no way. She's 26 out of 26 all time making the podium. We're not worried about that at major races or national series races, but I just can't see her leaving without a win. And she did beat Emma with the same amount, or in Abu Dhabi. Obviously, they had the same amount of failures leading into the final rig before Emma slipped, and Lindsay was still a few minutes ahead. And every single time we're always like, oh, maybe this is the year that Lindsay's slipping. Last year, she didn't have a great confidence at the start of the season. Who cares if she's been skiing? She's Lindsay, and I just think that she's going to win again.
So what's the gap between Emma and Ida then, Jack?
I think it's sizable.
A couple minutes,
I think
probably.
the race is 1-2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I could see it being Lindsay and Emma maybe like 48 minutes, something like that. And then maybe Ida, Rose, Alex, that next pack probably in like the 51, 52 range. I could see Lindsay and Emma breaking away by a few minutes, even though it's only a super.
I think there's going to be Lindsay and Emma, and then there's going to be Ida and Rose, and then there's going to be a pack of the other women.
And what do you think the gap between Ida and Rose?
Ida might also try to go with the other girls. Yeah, I sometimes tries to go with people that are kind of like they're in over her head, I think, and so I wouldn't be surprised if she goes with Emma and Lindsay, and then blows up a little bit more at the end. Not enough to actually lose a third place, but I think that.
All right. Yeah, well, then you've convinced me. Then you've convinced me. I got Ida third. Then you've convinced me.
So you move Ida all the way from potentially sixth. Now you're moving her to third, but you're saying
I forgot she was on the list. I'll be honest with you. I forgot she was on the list.
No surprise. All right, I'll swap it out for you. Although you have to make your pick.
So Jack and I now have the exact same picks.
I think she has Jacksonville.
How did she do in Jacksonville? She won both of them. She's frozen again.
I'm saying you saw her have a
You're good.
Yeah, I was just saying that she had a solid gap between herself and Alex. So that's why I think she's going to be a solid third.
Yeah, and she has the confidence. She's not rusty to start the season like a couple of the other women will be. Yeah, this will be a good race, and she's always in podium contention, even field. So,
can you quickly recap, Jack?
Yes.
Just placement number. You don't have to go through like how she did, but Emma in 2022, how many seconds, how many thirds, how many firsts? Like, do you know off the top of your head?
Emma, I thought that she got fifth in Asheville for her debut. Tahoe, she won a race in Canada, and she got fourth in Abu Dhabi. That sound about right? So like I think she did 4 races, and so never out of the top 5.
I mean, have we just we know how Nicole feels about her, but have we seen someone come in the sport this recently with this much upside? Because you're calling Ida one of the greatest of all time, like already the Mount Rushmore, and you're saying she's 2 minutes behind.
Yeah, I mean, we saw with Rebecca, her first year, she ends up getting second at Tahoe. You know, ran a couple of races. She wasn't, you know, super familiar with OCR one, but she got 6th, I believe, in Utah before her second place at West Virginia, and then second place at Tahoe. Like, we have seen this before on the women's side, just coming out of nowhere. And I mean, the old adage is that you are your third race. Emma's third race was winning Tahoe.
Who came up with this?
That Matt Novakovic said it a while ago, and Bracken always quotes it on the Running Public.
Oh, okay.
And you kind of figure you screw up a couple times, and then you're pretty concerned the rest of your career after that.
Well, I would say
she won the North American Championship in her third race. That's a pretty good. Yeah.
I'm buying Emma futures. They're not as cheap as they were when Nicole bought them. Nicole bought them when they were a penny stock, and she's really holding. Yeah. She's got diamond hands, holding them forever. I'm definitely betting on Emma futures.
Yeah, that's how Nicole can afford such nice notebooks.